This week getting it worse, guys. I got catfished by that big girl who broke my bed. She used a full toilet roll, drank most of my absolute vodka. Half of the women in the country are upset with me because of that video. Somebody in the comments told me to bring this coin back to mine, and when I was in the shower then, I could hear weird scratching noises in here, so I want to try and record some footage if I can. Anyway, I woke up and said, "Sweetheart, it's checkout time." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "You've got about 10 minutes to play with. That should be sufficient time to put your clothes back on, make me a coffee, and see yourself out of my front door."
We've got some low-level internet drama today, so let's just sit back, grab a coffee, grab a drink, grab a snack, grab whatever. Let's just get into it, because this is going to annoy a few people.
I always make sure I deliver an A-class service.
Ignore breakouts on my face, whatever. Sometimes I feel like I need to explain myself, and then I'm like, Amy, why are you explaining yourself? You're in your own home. I am in my own home. Stop explaining yourself. You guys know by this point. I got my UD on. You guys know, like, I spend a lot of my time over on TikTok, and I see a lot of things that go trending, and then that person just sort of like simmers down. People then forget about it, and I then catch up with what they're doing now. This person's called Leighton, and his handle is like Manchester something. Anyway, clues in the name. He's from Manchester in England. I'll throw up a little map here if you don't know. It's over there, okay? So Leighton got viral from basically trolling women and saying some pretty misogynistic things, and this was last year, and this is how he came on my radar.
I got catfished last night and now my bed is broke.
Now he's apparently like getting involved in the paranormal like community over on TikTok, and I would like to think that he is being trolled by the alive spirits. These women are not unalived. The alive spirits of the women that he would literally like chat absolute shit about, and popped back up, and apparently now his chair's moving and whatever. He went into his neighbor's house and then picked up a coin, and this was 2 weeks ago, and for the whole 2 weeks he's been like documenting his like paranormal experiences within the home. But we're going to get into it because there is a whole history of Leighton that I don't think many people are actually aware, but this is how I found him. Through this video.
Let a girl come round last night who I was talking to on Tinder, and now I'm hungover, tired, and got a broken bed. You can probably tell I'm quite tired. I've got bags under my eyes. I've had about 2 hours sleep. So I got catfished off a big girl. We were talking for a couple of weeks on Tinder, but she must have had some serious filters going on. More filters than a coffee shop. So we was talking for a couple of weeks. Last night she was saying she's having a drink. I said, "Oh, I've got some absolute vodka. Do you want to come round?" Christmas week, I thought, you know, why not? So she's come round. Soon as I've seen her, I thought, shit. Because generally I don't fancy big women. So anyway, you know, she's around. You know, she come round. We was having a drink. The inevitable was going to happen. You know, it got to like 2 a.m, 3 a.m. I said, "Oh, it's bedtime, I think." Obviously, she was coming with me. And, you know, within 20 minutes.
Prior to this, he was kind of doing a few things. I think he was uploading like male escorting videos because he's a male escort. That's apparently what he does in his spare time. And I think he's like a media person. I can't remember at this point.
No clients get a refund out of me. I always make sure I deliver an A-class service.
So he would upload different things, and then when that video then came out, the backlash of women who were going against, they were so against him. They were just like, what the hell are you talking about? And he would then proceed to spend like weeks just combating all of these people, because as a lot of people pointed out, if you weren't attracted to the person, why would you then sleep with them? And then why would you then come on and then basically like just be really misogynistic and horrible about this woman? And fair enough, no, he's not naming any names, but this would be a regular occurrence.
That woman who broke my bed was dishonest. She put on her profile, she advertised on her profile that she is a slim woman. This was false. It's like me putting on my Tinder profile, I'm 6'6", and I arrive and I'm 5'6". You know, it's absolute rubbish. It's fraud. It's as good as fraud in my book.
He would say the most outlandish things, and it got to a point where I was like, you are trolling. Like, you are honestly trolling. Anyway, but because this was getting a lot of views, he carried on doing it. And the more he would do it, the more backlash he would receive. And he just kept on perpetrating these kind of opinions.
I'm the guy who makes Brad Pitt look average. My phone doesn't stop popping. My WhatsApp doesn't stop popping. My Facebook Messenger doesn't stop popping. Why is checkout time within 10 minutes of me opening my eyes? Because I'm a busy man, I've got things to do. I've got a chocolate coated body that needs showering. I've got teeth that need brushing. I've got hair that needs gelling. I've got a robe that needs wearing. I've got coffee that needs drinking. I've got a bacon bars that need making and eating. This is why within 10 minutes of me opening my eyes and I'm with a woman, it's checkout time, darling. Weekend comes, you tell me you're going out clubbing with your friends. I say, no, sweetheart, I'm your new best friend now. On Friday and Saturday evenings, you can chill with me, your new best friend.
And yes, these kind of people do definitely exist in the world, but you can't on one hand say like, oh, I'd never be with a woman who like eats fast food, whilst also the only thing he eats is fast food.
It's dinner time. You pass me my dinner plate. I'm looking down at a frozen pizza and frozen chips. Yum, yum, let me eat that. That's going in the bin.
Also saying like the most outlandish thing, if I've got a girl, she's not allowed to have any other friends, like I am her only friend kind of thing. And obviously like he could be saying it in jest because he knows that this is getting a lot of views and a lot of people are engaging with it because they literally think he's a, I'm not going to say the word, but they don't like him. And this is kind of what I was thinking. It also landed him, he landed in hospital as well, which is point number 2 of my this guy is full of ish, because he landed himself in hospital, and I'll let him explain.
I think I'm going to be in hospital for a couple of days. There's a bit of an incident early hours this morning. Just got a few broken ribs, basically. But I've just had a shower, gel in my hair. You know me, guys, always looking fresh as daisy. Been on and off with some girl, and an ex-boyfriend. Oh, come round with his mate causing trouble last night. Round to her place. So I've got outside with a meat cleaver, told him to blah blah blah. And then this morning, when I've come out, moped, 2 guys on a moped just drove straight into me.
Not even like 24 hours, 48 hours, however long it was. He was out of hospital and someone basically said something along the lines of, well, you're not exactly like skinny or something a bit like that, whatever, like throwaway comment. And he reacted by basically showing his stomach and just being like, what do you call this then? Where are the bruises? Busted this, busted that. And he just like lifted up his top. It's like, yeah, even if you were, which is what he says, hit in the back, you'd still have like severe bruising if it was that serious. Like you would, like even at the point of impact, you would still have bruising that would go around that area. Ain't no way. You're lying. And so many people pointed this out.
You're not on the trim side. So what side am I on, sweetheart? Let me tell you something. You said you're not on the trim side. So what side am I on? The fat side. I don't want to be super skinny.
Kept on going with this whole shtick, yeah.
Women don't know what they want, they are confused. When they get with a nice guy, the perfect gentleman that fits all these traits they say they're looking for, they abuse these men, they bully these men, they cheat on these men with men like me. So like I say, guys, treat them mean, keep them keen. I call the shots, I'm the boss, I say what goes and what doesn't go. It's as simple as that. Most women I meet, I end things. We meet a couple of times, I get bored. See ya, they're in my inbox. I thought he was getting on. You thought wrong, sweetheart.
He also went on, as well as like combating the women and some men, I think, who were literally going like, shut up, what are you talking about? Because he was basically just trolling them. It then went on where he then started giving like dating advice and saying that basically the minute that the woman wakes up, they've got 10 minutes to leave, and they've got to go and make him a cup of coffee because apparently he has things to do that day. Just loads of trolly things. And like I say, do people think like this? Yeah, I definitely think that he does think like this, but he's just like amping it up and purposefully making this kind of content because he knows that it will get him likes and engagement on TikTok. It's a very sad life to lead, but unfortunately some do decide to lead it. So it goes on to disclose some of his dates that he's had, and just once again just being really nasty about the people. Now, did these dates even happen? There are definitely people out there, because if you go look at his comments, actually women like lapping this up, like, and I'm just there like, what is the matter? Stop giving this guy attention, which is kind of what this video is doing, but whatever. Anyway, so fast forward to now, right? He went into his neighbor's flat. I think his neighbor it's got an elderly neighbor, I think, and they kind of like take off, and then he's trying to find them. Once again, is any of that even true? I really don't even know anymore, because it's so hard to tell with his channel. But then what ended up happening is he ended up going in there and like picking up this like coin. Like there was a cupboard in their flat that was like banging and banging and banging, and somehow or another he brings a coin back to the apartment.
I've come round to my elderly neighbours to check a post, and I keep hearing a bang in that cupboard. Does anyone know what it could be? I've tried to open it, but the key is... it needs some sort of weird key. So again, guys. Ooh, switch as well. Light's gone off again. Someone said it might be the trip, but obviously the hallway light would go off as well. So I'm not really convinced, to be honest. Not convinced at all. Banging stopped. Light's gone off. Now... whoa, guys, what the fuck, man? Is that blood? The comments told me to bring this coin back to mine, and when I was in the shower then, I could hear weird scratching noises in here, so I want to try and record some footage if I can. Anyway. That's not even fucking funny, guys. But
I definitely think there's things... I'm going to lose a couple people, I know. I'm not saying I believe in like things flying around a room. People can kind of linger, because I've definitely had experiences even recently where... do you know what I mean? Like, it's really hard to explain, but I am a skeptic on things where it literally looks like a Paranormal Activity, you know, movie. I am a bit skeptical of that. That's just me. I've never had like a poltergeist or anything. Whole Paranormal Activity community who are lapping this guy up. And ever since he managed to make those videos go viral, that is all he's been posting. He'll have like a chair that kind of always moves backwards, and ironically, and he always say, he's just like, oh yeah, like it's no fishing wires, it's no fishing wires. But then he'll then have, you know, like a picture which will like move after like 2 seconds of him recording it. And to be honest, all of these things can be explained. All of these things can be explained by the way that the camera is actually being shot at. You never see underneath, like you never see it from a chair, from a different perspective other than him sitting on his chair. And you never see where his feet are on either side. So to me, I'm going to have to need more evidence other than just a picture going and a chair sort of like flying backwards, or a door opening or a light turning on. Because like I say, you're not getting a full picture of that room.
just moved. That's one of the new ones, guys. It took me about 45 minutes to catch that one. This is since I spoke to that witch. I think this is a warning. What do you guys think? Whoa, that's not good. Door shut. People are saying turn to the right. I was recording the blind card, because it started moving. Blinds have been on a mad one all morning, guys.
Have comments saying, I can't understand why you can't put cameras in every corner. Cameras are cheap and you can get motion detect on Amazon. And he says, footage from the corner of rooms doesn't look authentic. I'm capturing raw footage on my phone. It's more authentic and zero editing. I don't want cameras set up in all four corners of my rooms in my home. Is that okay with you? It's my home, not a CCTV center. I'm sorry, but anyone who is literally like saying that they are being attacked by a spirit who's like putting loo roll in their toilet, turning lights on, even though we never see any other view, I will be very skeptical. I'm sorry, paranormal community. unless you get CCTV that is literally hooked up on all four corners, like this person said, or not even, do you know what I mean? Unless you do that, I will not believe from this man the whole time that they have been on TikTok has basically trolled his audience. I'm just not gonna do it. Like, I'm sorry, I've got more self-respect. I'm interested. Yeah. Does some of it look quite believable? Yeah. But I'm not buying it. And it's so funny because he instantly jumps to this like, no, I'm not going to put up for... He also will not invite anyone round to his house, which is fair enough. It's people. He won't invite like a priest round. He won't invite like anyone, even from the paranormal activity, the bigger followers, you know, people who actually do that on TikTok, not just like some random people who just want to come around to his house. He won't do it because he doesn't want other people in the house because, what did he say again?
There's zero editing going on, it's raw, authentic footage, and people have said things like, put a camera in the corner of the room and film it. I have done that. People are asking the same questions, I've done that. Go through my videos, some have been deleted because they look rubbish. There's people in the comments saying, oh, he wouldn't let me come round. You've got 500 followers. So yeah, I'm not letting strangers. Oh, can 5 of us come round and spend the night in your home? No, you can't. Don't care who wants. That's not proof to me. People in the paranormal community are saying if I let mediums and paranormal teams in my home, it could make things worse for me. They're not here for my interest or my benefit. They will be coming because this is one of the biggest paranormal stories ever, and they want that publicity with their name. If I let somebody, a paranormal team come in here, or a medium, and they're filming everything, what do you think is going to happen to them? They're going to get loads of publicity, loads of views. That's the only reason they're doing it. And then they pop up in my comments, oh, he wouldn't let me come round. You've got 500 followers. And you might make things worse. You're not looking out for my best interest.
Who is falling for this?
The bigger the story gets, I will be letting people come round. I've been advised not to at the moment by people I'm working with, media company, who's going to try and get it published. So once that's done, I will let a paranormal team come round, a medium, everything else.
Already mentioned like production companies. Babes, this is the reasoning why this is happening. And the amount of people that are just lapping it up, they're lapping it up. And I'm just like, no, if you've been following this guy for long enough, which unfortunately I annoyingly have because it keeps on being recommended to me. Thank you, TikTok. You're not going to believe this. It also doesn't want to use flour, you know, like, because if you've got, supposedly, it's like testing out a theory that if you've got like a poltergeist, then you'll see footprints. He doesn't want to do that because it will be too messy. He doesn't want to get up CCTV cameras because it will look inauthentic. Whatever. Apparently it looks best from his phone, but I'm telling you, we never see, like, prior to him doing these TikToks, he used to show a lot more like down, if that makes any sense. So he'll be on the chair, but the chair is always situated in the exact same place. Things always happen about 1 second before he starts recording.
Oh, that's not good. That's all.
Yes, you can see the chair, but you don't see a whole lot. Like, I'm just saying, of all the people to claim that they have been cursed by a coin, this guy might be the last on that list of me to believe. That's all I'm trying to say. I have a theory that, like, all of those women that he's been, like, talking bad about are all, like, sitting around a room, like, messing with him, you know, spiritually, I suppose. Anyway, that's just he's being haunted. Somewhere up there are some voodoo dolls or something. Like, something is happening. These women are gathering together and they've cursed him. They've cursed him because he has spent a long enough time just saying the worst things ever because he's a troll, and this is what trolls do. And the fact that people are like not going backwards and digging into his archives of videos, honestly, if you have a spare 5 minutes and you're in any way intrigued about what an absolute trash garbage can this channel is, go onto his channel. Go and have a little look. I'm not exaggerating. That's basically all I have to say. Apparently, he's going to be having like some sort of a like production company or something. And I'm like, I would love to see it. I'd love to see it. But a lot of those shows are also fake, so I'm sure they'd love to see it as well. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. I hope you guys have enjoyed this rambly chat. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.
Half of the women in the country are upset with me because of that video.